Where did you come from? Don't ask. But, my dad isn't dead. That's wonderful. I got Section 8. Are you serious? Yep. We got evicted.
Welcome to Amalaric. Built in 1789, named after Tanner George Bayview. But now we are the top school for vampires living in the inner city. Amalaric is introducing OOS, out-of-school learning. We have 45 slots available. To qualify, have a disability, medical records from great states, police records, make under $500, homeless and or drug addiction. Amalaric is a Sudbury. Amalaric takes care of 5th grade to 12th grade, while kinder grades are on campus in the Thumb Building. Education courses includes humanities, parapsychology studies, economics, life sciences. Bridge the gap at Amalaric.
I think this is the auditorium. Hush, they doing the presentation. Good morning, Amalaric. I'm the assistant principal Zidora Mancinelli. If you don't know this now, Amalaric is tied with Great Stakes Sanatorium that used to be the Department of Human Resources and Creature Comforts. If you have been here for a long time, you probably died in a school shooting. And I mean before the school became Amalaric. If you are new, you're just a vampire looking for life again. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Now, I'm going to let our principal Vinitharius say the rest. You better listen.
I've been called Snoop Dogg all damn week. Listen up, the school has not changed. It has gotten bigger, and a decent amount of y'all already know.
What is that? What? That thing. It's something.
As you should know, as a vampire, we people of color that have died are haunted. But we continue. We know who shouldn't and who should. We teach it in school. This is oligarchy. One has more power than the other, but on a regular basis. The ghetto has no government. Principal Vinitharius wants to start the day off with government studies.
Mister, I'm new. We came out a bad situation.
Are you homeless?
No, sir.
That's all right. Can I have your names?
Sheila. Cedrica. But I go by Alexis. Mokiri Pretty Gaines.
All right. Welcome my new students. Now, today's subject is ochlocracy and oligarchy. First let us explain ochlocracy. Open your hood 101 books as well. Before Amalaric was Amalaric, it used to be Bayview. Bayview was a Sudbury school and we still kept that. Bayview was located in an area where it was attacked by a gang that attempted to take over the neighborhood. It almost fucking did. Mabel was never a part of it and the gang that tried to take over ended up helping Shaky Bible. Mabel Harper is a classified terrorist for her brutal treatment of children and civilians. How this connect with the government in the realm? Ochlocracy by definition is a place ruled by a mob. If Al Capone decided to take over his city, that would be ochlocracy. What you have to understand is one. This is a former government. In fact, Lucius Banks, aka Alega Bible, used to be in a gang and used to be a blood. Despite everything, he is not the mayor or leader of Virginia, but does control the table in the hood. And that makes the government oligarchy. Now, do oligarchy and ochlocracy go together? They actually don't. But like in your religious studies, you have religious syncretism and in government, we just call it a mixed governor. Because the ghetto is wild, it is actually a mixed government with oligarchy acting as a base for everything else. And again we ask, Mr. Bilbo, what does this have to do with anything? You go to a Sudbury school for dead people because again, vampires are dead. you are all fucking dead. This would be the part where I would pull out a gun. Because oligarchy. In oligarchy, it's people for people. Which sounds like a democracy but not. Just because we have a people for people system, that doesn't mean you like fucking people. So, to put it simply, oligarchy has its own branches. Because segregation is real. Oligarchy can be based on power, you can a government official or not but still have knowledge, which in the ghetto is a form of power.
Being smart? But that's like, gang, which is like a clocracy. Because in a gang, it pays to be like, real money heavy or you smart in terms of street smarts.
Exactly. I'm just going to add this in the lesson. Ghetto comes from Jews. Ghetto is not from Yiddish. But it talks about how the Jews lived and they lived in ghettos because fuck 'em. Remember that Jews are a minority.
Mr. Bilbao, didn't ghettos have to do with the Holocaust?
They did. Jews were forced to leave one to be put into a position. African Americans were done the same, but now it's like a choice. To a certain point, it's way better to be in the ghetto than in suburbs.
How?
Well, ghettos, despite everything, is where you find your people. Suburbs is where you go to the all the bougie folk. In some good cases, hood schools do better than middle class. Because of hardship one faces, the community builds it up. Nikia Shiki did this by using her power. She's a smart ass.
What's the other form of power in the hood?
Height. Yes! Lucius is actually a fucking giant being 8 feet 7. And Yawa, Tupac is his brother. The hospital, Great Stakes, has a false sense of power. If you didn't know, it is the black market with the name.
Wait, what?
Great Stakes is a hospital, but falsely. No, Washington D.C. does not know about this bitch-ass move.
What? But it's a form of power.
It is. Ain't nobody else helping dead niggas.
School looks fun. I've been here before. Let's go see the school counselor. Miss Solik, do you remember me?
Wally? You've been missing from school. It's been months.
I'm not skipping on purpose. Miss Solik, I got kidnapped.
You have no idea how many are leaving. What the fuck is that?
Hi.